Morris.
Thank you very much, Mr Deputy Speaker, and it's an honour to follow the Honourable Member for East Devon, and also my congratulations to the Honourable Members from Solihull and Cardiff West for securing this debate, and thanks to the Backbench Business Committee for granting it. I'd also like to record my thanks to the Honourable Member for Clacton for organising the cross-party effort, raising concerns about the self-employed working in this particular sector. This is a huge and diverse sector, and in the limited time that I have, I want to focus on the impact of the pandemic on UK journalism and on our cultural institutions. Mr Deputy Speaker, the Press Gazette estimates that we've lost over 2,000 jobs in newsrooms across the country, with many more journalists taking pay cuts in order to save their jobs. Despite this, the Welsh Culture Committee is warned about the impending avalanche of redundancies and paper closures in the regional media when the furlough period ends very shortly. Regional media was already under threat even before COVID, and in recent weeks myself and other honourable members have raised concerns about the BBC's plans to cut local and regional programming with the threat to award-winning current affairs programmes such as Inside Out. In an era of fake news, Mr Deputy Speaker, and social media conspiracy theories, trusted and reliable and accurate local journalism and regional media have never been more important. The sector is quite right to ask why they've been sidelined and excluded from support for culture and the arts. The National Union of Journalists' News Recovery Plan has presented ministers detailed proposals to safeguard the industry. Unlike many recovery plans, the NUJ has identified a within-sector means of funding the package through a windfall tax on the tech giants that have seen their profits soar during the pandemic. The comprehensive programme to safeguard and strengthen UK journalism is too extensive for me to do it justice today, but I would like to respectfully ask the Minister to meet with me and with the NUJ to consider the merits of implementing such a plan. The government have provided some support to newspapers, I acknowledge that, by putting money into public health advertising. However, can I also ask the Minister that any future advertising takes a bottom-up approach, with the advertising spend going to independents and hyper-local news titles like the East Durham Life in the first instance, before moving up the newspaper title hierarchy. We need to ensure that any taxpayer support to industry comes with duties and responsibilities, and I do hope the Minister will commit from the dispatch box that no public money will be made available to firms making redundancies, cutting pay, curtailing frontline journalistic roles, taking excessive executive bonuses or blocking trade union organisations. And I don't believe, Mr Deputy Speaker, it's unreasonable to make specific demands of businesses and sectors that require public support as part of their COVID recovery plans. I also want to acknowledge and praise the work of the PCS cafeteria and retail workers at the Tate Galleries who took strike action in an attempt to avoid compulsory redundancies and winning significant concessions. We've heard about the Culture Recovery Fund, but it's yet to save a single job in 7 specific areas where the PCS are in discussions. That's at the V&A Museum, the Historic Royal Palaces, the Royal Collections Trust, the National Gallery, the National Museum in Liverpool and the South Bank Centre.